Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. Coming up, another year for FuiFui MoiMoi. James Maloney makes his debut in France, and he does what Maloney does. And the Challenge Cup semi-final, and the Women's Betfred Challenge Cup final venue has been announced. So we'll begin by looking at the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup today, as it was last year won at the Leeds Sports Village by the team that you see here, the St Helens, after they beat York City Knights women 36 points to 4 on June the 5th, 2021. And it was a very successful year for the Saints women, as they went on to win the clean sweep, being the Grand Final, the Challenge Cup, and also the League Leaders Shield. And because of the popularity of the women's game growing and growing, there seems to be a call that it should be put on an equal keel as the men's game. So that's what they've done, as they've decided that the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup final will be held with the two semi-finals as a triple header, all held at Ellen Road, Leeds. Now, this means that it is the third year in a row that the women's showpiece has been held in conjunction with the last 4 ties of the men's competition, hopefully producing a bigger crowd. The women's game, though, in my opinion, should be held in the middle of the triple header. The 3 games are all held on Saturday the 7th of May at Ellen Road, and the Rugby League Chief Commercial Officer, who is Mark Foster, said, "The growing profile of the Women's and Girls Rugby League has been a huge success story for the game in recent years, and by taking the 2022 Betfred Women's Challenge Cup final to Ellen Road represents another significant step forward. The Ellen Road is a Premier League football stadium with a strong history of staging big rugby league occasions, including one famous men's Challenge Cup final replay between Hull and Widnes in 1982. Now the Betfred Challenge Cup triple header will fall firmly into that category. The Women's Challenge Cup final is increasingly popular, both with rugby league supporters and with our broadcast partners and TV viewers, as we saw with the women's final when it was shown live on BBC Two for the first time earlier this year. We are confident that more supporters than ever will want to be at Ellen Road to watch the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup final in 2022, and it will be a fitting stage for the brilliant athletes who drive the development of Women's Rugby League. With Ellen Road also staging the men's semi-final in the Rugby League World Cup next autumn, there is so much to look forward to in 2022. So there are 16 competitors in the Women's Challenge Cup this year, and they'll be all divvied out between pools of 4 for the draw when it's due on tomorrow night. So, who are the teams that are in the draw? Well, let's look at Pool 1. These consist of the champion St Helens, Leeds Rhinos, York City Knights and Castleford Tigers. Pool 2 will consist of Wigan Warriors, Huddersfield Giants, Featherstone Rovers and Warrington Wolves. Pool 3 will be Wakefield Trinity, Bradford Bulls, Barrow Raiders and Lee Miners Rangers. And the final pot, Hull FC, Widnes Vikings, the Army Rugby League from the Super League South and Alton Raiders Raidettes, who join in with the pool for the first time, with quite a few of these first timer teams. Even though we're a long way from May the 7th and there's a lot of rugby league to be played, there is potential that there could be quite a few upsets along the way, seeing as the Rugby League Women's Super League North has expanded their teams into 2 pools of 6, which are going to see the top teams face each other, the next tier teams face each other, and a way that they can grow, with Barrow winning the Women's Championship and Lee Miners Rangers also winning the championship to get into that top 2 of the Betfred Women's Super League. So we drop down from the Challenge Cup to League 1 in the RFL, as it's been announced that Rochdale Hornets have extended the contract of cult hero FuiFui MoiMoi for the 2022 Betfred Super League season. Fui is 41 years old, who has represented New Zealand and Tonga with over 200 NRL games under his belt. He's also represented Toronto Wolfpack, Parramatta Eels. He's just a phenom. He just keeps going and is a cult hero because of his hard-hitting, big hair, wild-looking but friendly nature. Rochdale Hornets chairman Andy Maisie spoke about his excitement in reaching an agreement with Fui for the 2022 season. We are absolutely delighted that Fui has decided to go round again with us. Fui had put his hand up during the tough times this year when injuries and COVID crippled us, often doing big minutes in the middle. He's a brilliant character to have around the place, and our young forwards can learn from a truly iconic figure in the sport of rugby league. Rochdale's head coach Matt Calland is also delighted to have Fui around for another year. As he also said, Fui's great to have around and he's larger than life character. He defies all the odds by playing at his age. He's one of the best performers last season, giving us real impact off the bench. He leads from the front and doesn't say too much, but he certainly leads with his actions. He's really enjoying his rugby at Rochdale and shows that in his performance, Callan stated. Fui had started playing rugby league in 2004 with the Parramatta Eels at the top level in the NRL, playing 201 appearances and 22 tries during that period. He played then 45 games with the Lee Centurions between 2015 and 2016, scoring 11 tries and also kicking a goal. He played for Toronto Wolfpack between 2017 and 2018, playing 20 and scoring 12. Following that, he played it 2018 to 2020 with Workington Town, as he played 43 games and 13 tries were scored, as well as 1 goal also. Probably his farewell game needs to kick these goals come from. And he has played a numerous amount of games for Rochdale Hornets, and scoring a single try for them. During his international career, he was picked by Tonga between 2006 and 2013, 8 times, while having a dual registration with New Zealand, which he played 12 times for. He's also played rugby union for Bradford and Bingley RFC, where he played 5 games and scored 1 try, and 1 game for York RI Rugby Union, where he's played 1 try, scored 1 try as well. So the big man still gets about, wants to still play, and is enjoying his rugby league. He must be, at 41, to be playing both codes, and extending his contract with basically a 2nd division team, a 3rd tier team, and he's hoping to tear it up once again for Rochdale Hornets. Go around once more. I remember him on the international scene was the first time that I saw him in England versus New Zealand. He was ripping apart England during that entire game at Huddersfield. But there was also someone that came to prominence in that game. Don't know if you know him. His name was Sam Burgess. His first action in that game was to make sure Fui didn't get by him. And he didn't. That's why both of those players are so great, because they both got up, respected each other after it. But Fui still playing. He played before and after Sam Burgess. But Burgess went out at the top. Fui's just doing it for the love of the game, which is great. Wish I could. Good luck to him in 2022. So, to the end of 2021's Rugby League season in the Super League, James Maloney announced that he would be leaving Catalan and retiring from the professional game, but not getting away from Rugby League entirely, as he'd signed with French club Lézignan. And this weekend, it marked his debut for Lézignan in an away game at Maloney. At Le Mans Stade de l'Anglille. Anyway. And James Maloney marked his Lézignan debut with a drop goal in golden point extra time, as they beat Le Mans 19 points to 18. 3 months after kicking the winning drop goal for Catalan in a dramatic Magic Weekend win over St Helens at St James's Park, the Australian repeated one of his most memorable moments for the Catalan Dragons, albeit in much different surroundings. It was the 2-time NRL winner's first appearance for Lézignan after signing following the end of his Catalan's contract, and he played alongside Remy Marginet in the halves, and was joined by fellow Catalan's old boys Jason Battieri and Chris Naninu, as well as Sirin Sachol at fullback and captain Anthony Maria. After Martin Rouge's early score, James Maloney got his first points by converting Maria's second try to give Lézignan a 10 points to 0 lead. Le Mans fought back through tries from Alexander Burrell and Zachary Santo before a Maloney penalty put his side back in front again 12 points to 10 at the half-time buzzer. Le Mans took the lead for the first time early in the second half, but Maloney scored 2 further penalties to put Lézignan back in front at 16 points to 14. But a controversial late try from Stan Robin looked to a pinch stick for Le Mans, but Maloney kept his nerves with a late penalty to send the game into extra time. And just as he did in Newcastle against the eventual Super League champions, Maloney stepped up with the decisive drop goal to secure the golden point victory. The win maintains Lézignan's perfect start to the season, as they have won 6 games out of 6. And in the other scores, Villeneuve were beaten by Carcassonne 38 points to 18 on Sunday, with Saint-Gardes narrowly being defeated at home by Avignon 24 points to 22. And then on Saturday at 5:30 there was the B teams for Catalan's Dragons, the Saint Esteve 13 versus Toulouse Elite, where Catalans came out 32 points to 4 victors against their new Super League cohorts. Well, it's the B teams, but it's a way that the teams get together to improve their squads. And here are the league standings. Lézignan lead, marching ahead in the league table with 6 wins from 6, 188 points to 88. Carcassonne 151 to 88. Le Mans coming in third, even though they just had a recent defeat against Lézignan. Avignon are fourth with Villeneuve and Saint-Esteve 13 in 6th place. Saint-Gaudens are currently at the bottom with no victories in the 4 games, but It just needs to put a run together, and they could get up to the playoffs. My prediction for the league, let's ignore. They've got too much power. They've got too much top talent in their team to otherwise get beat by anyone else. Catalans and Toulouse are focusing on the Super League, so this B team will more than likely be players that they're trying to look at or grow, youngsters. Whether they come to the fore, we don't know, but it's gonna be a fun league. I wish I could get over there to watch one of the games. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to please like, subscribe and share this video worldwide. Also clicking that notification bell for any updates that may be coming your way. Tell me what you think of the stories. Do you think that it's a good move to have all the games for the semi-final and the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup final at Ellen Road? Yes, it's a 40,000 capacity stadium. But what if it's Hull KR versus Salford Challenge Cup final? Which is not out of the realms of possibilities, it just depends on the focus of the teams. Could that upset the capacity, the TV viewing figures, things like that? As they are not the biggest clubs in Super League, despite how well Hull KR did this season. James Maloney just hitting them over non-stop. Debut starts how he means to go on and how he's done in most of his career. Good efforts. Also, FuiFui MoiMoi cannot be stopped. Starting another season in Rugby League in professional, semi-professional terms. Unbelievable. Could you do that at 41 if you were still in reasonable condition? Oh no. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide while tagging in your mates. Anyone new to Rugby League to get a little bit of news from our sport, because us trying to produce family members to grow our sport, grow the game. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.